Hey everybody, so we have a big signing to talk about today. The Winnipeg Jets have signed defenseman Josh Morrissey to an 8-year contract extension at $6.25 million per season. So the Jets making a long-term commitment to Josh Morrissey as one of their top 4 defensemen here. And this really isn't surprising given what Winnipeg lost this offseason off of their back end, with Jacob Trouba getting traded to the Rangers and Tyler Myers leaving for Vancouver in free agency. That's 2 top 4 defensemen gone from Winnipeg. Josh Morrissey, one of those top 4 defensemen left, 24 years old, 31 points last year, which was a career high. He's increased his point totals all 3 full seasons in the NHL. He had 20 his rookie year, 26 his second season, and then 31 last year. Continues to improve, continues to get better. And this now is a long-term commitment from Winnipeg to Josh Morrissey to be a top 4 defenseman for this team. And quite honestly, they need him to be. Given what they've lost, they need him to continue to get better, continue to develop, and become, a top-level defenseman. And we knew that with Zach Werenski signing that bridge deal at $5 million per season, that kind of set the market for these under 25-year-old defensemen. Talks between Boston and Charlie McAvoy now have really heated up because of the Werenski contract. There's a bar there now. There's a marker. There's a home base, if you will, to kind of start at and then work from there. Where the Werenski contract set that level. Now we're going to see these other younger defensemen get contracts based off of the Werenski contract. Josh Morrissey right now is not a better defenseman than Zach Werenski. However, he is continuing to get better each year, point-wise, offensively. He's still only 24 years old, and this is a long-term deal. Werenski's is a bridge contract. It's a bridge deal for only 3 years, which is why it's as low as $5 million. This is an 8-year commitment. This is a long-term deal. So for Morrissey, he gets more, but his contract is much longer. So $6.25 million for Morrissey, honestly, I think is a pretty good deal for the Jets, because fast forward 3-4 years down the road when Morrissey's 27, 28 years old, he's probably going to be a top pair defenseman, scoring 40 to 50 points per season year in and year out, and probably going to be worth $7.5 or so million on the open market. Now Winnipeg has got him at 6.25. So, obviously, you can get a better deal money-wise when you give more years contract-wise. And that's what I think we see here. So, I mean, much needed signing for the Jets. Obviously, someone who now is going to play an even bigger role in this team with Myers gone, with Trouba gone. Bufflin and Morrissey are your top dogs as far as it goes with them defensively. Also, Morrissey missed time last year. He had those 31 points in only 59 games. So hopefully he stays healthy for Winnipeg this year, because they need him to play 80-plus games. They need him to be healthy this season. He's going to be a huge part of that defense with all of those other players gone. So, it's interesting now. We'll see what kind of deal gets done between the Bruins and Charlie McAvoy. We'll see what kind of deal gets done between the Flyers and Ivan Provorov. Now that Werenski has set the bar, I think we're going to see a lot more talks heat up between these other 24-year-old, under 25-year-old defensemen who play at this, top 4, top pair level around the league. That there's it's kind of been set now that it's going to be around this kind of deal. So, I would expect, Morrissey gets over 6 on an 8-year deal. I would not be surprised if Provorov and the Flyers come to terms on a deal similar to this. Maybe a 7 or 8 year deal at somewhere between $6 and $7 million per year. Provorov might get a little more because Provorov's more of that, clear number one elite defenseman type. Although he did have a really rough year last year, which is definitely probably put a little bit of a hit on his value. The year before, Provorov was absolutely outstanding. McAvoy, I expect more of a bridge deal with Boston from. I think he's going to get a Zach Werenski type contract. Werenski, 44 points last year. McAvoy, I believe, was around 30. I don't remember the exact number off the top of my head. I think you'll see him get more of a bridge deal. But Morrissey now locked in with locked in with Winnipeg for the foreseeable future, almost the next decade now. At $6.25 million, and we're going to see the cards fall into place around the league, I think, with these young defensemen who need contracts. Morrissey actually didn't need a contract. Morrissey, this is an extension that will go into effect after his current deal is up, which on cap friendly will be at the end of this season. Okay, so he's got one more year left on his current deal, and then this next contract goes into effect. So he's essentially signed for the next 9 years now in Winnipeg, and they're committed to him. He's a very good young defenseman. I'd like to see his offensive totals continue to improve. I'd like to see him show that he can be a top pair NHL defenseman, because when you give a contract like this, that is what you're committing to, a top pair NHL defenseman. And I think Morrissey can be that. He's just got to keep on improving, keep on developing. And if he can get up near 50 points and maintain good defensive play, he'll be well worth this contract for the Jets. So with that, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the comment section below. If you'd like to further support the channel, the links to our Patreon and merchandise store are in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.